overthecity.com. We have tons of them. It's fun going through them every week. We never reveal your identity, but we do try to help, and sometimes you help us. This week, I think it's a guy because it says my wife, but that doesn't always mean a guy nowadays, so let's go. My wife and I have been married for 13 years. When we started dating, we both agreed to explore threesomes sometimes. Our rules were that the person would have to be someone we both did not know personally, and it could not become anything regular. It was fun and exciting for us for many years, and we would typically only do it on vacation where the third person would never have to see us or talk to us again. Fast forward to now. My wife is now very, very heavy into the Bible, and she feels uncomfortable inviting a third person into our marriage now. I am pissed off because what you did prior to marriage and for the first several years of marriage is what you're supposed to keep doing to keep things exciting, like we both agreed before marriage. Now she's saying that she has a new understanding of what God wants for marriage, and she does not want an extra person ever, not anymore. She said it is going to invite another spirit into our marriage, and she refuses. I still want that added bonus in our marriage like we had, and now I'm resentful towards her. She is an amazing wife, and she will do anything for me. Our sex life is good, but the occasional threesomes help keep the excitement going. Am I wrong for being pissed off at her and being resentful? You're supposed to keep things going. How you got the person is how you keep them.
That's tricky.
That's very tricky.
So the first thing I would ask is, do you think that they had the threesomes prior to marriage, or is this something they incorporated after marriage? Like, is he saying that she was already having these episodes before they got married?
Yeah, it's saying when we started dating, we agreed to start exploring threesomes sometimes.
Okay, dating.
Yep.
Okay, so that's how she started,
made an agreement. That's how they started.
That's what makes it tough, because it's like almost a setup. Like, you start away, and then once you get down that marriage road, you say, well, I've been talking to the Lord, and I feel like maybe we've been going a little wrong. I get your theory, and I get what you're saying morally, but, you already mixed these spirits, and you already, you've already had this. I get it. You don't want to continue that. But it's tough to break that pattern once you set it. That's why that's a tricky slope to go down. You should really examine that before you jump out there and start having threesomes and this and that, because it sounds fun. But at the same time, sometimes it doesn't always add up to what you think. Some people can't handle that situation. And in this case, it seems like you are interested, and she's kind of like faded from it because she grew in a different way. And so I understand what she's saying. You got to respect what she's saying. She's grown in a different way, and you're still on that. And I get it, because that's your wife. So that's the tricky part. I think y'all have to have a real conversation about it.
This is very, very tricky. And when I looked at this, I was just like, oh, dang, how do I feel about this? I feel...
You shouldn't start something that you can't finish, though. So that's the one theory I believe in. Don't do something just for... It's like a lot of women will say, well, I'm just doing it for him, right? I'm just doing this for him. And he wants to do it every once in a while. Well, if you really did set against that, you probably shouldn't start it. Just don't do it, and just say I'm against it from the beginning.
But she wasn't against it in the beginning. So my feelings about this is that, like, what you were going down this road. I've learned in my marriage with Stan, who is the greatest husband in the world, that you change, you evolve, you grow in a situation. The things that I may have wanted 7 years ago may not be the same things that do it for me now. And so this woman, I have mad respect for a woman like this, because I too feel like this. Like, I might have been open to certain things and certain, fun stuff like that before I grew a relationship with God. But I feel like this woman, like, if Stan wanted a threesome, I would be like, nah, I don't want no extra person in our situation, because marriage is tough enough, as it is with just two people. You add a third person, and then it's all good, I'm really crazy. And so some other naked woman looking at Stan's too much, too hard, too long, and I'm not into none of that.
And so
now,
again, everything is not for everybody,
right?
And so these people signed up from the beginning. They were grown enough to handle this. You got to be a mature person. Everybody even in maturity, everybody just don't want the same things in life. Period.
Right.
So
So she
that's
was with it.
Yeah,
But now she's
that's
not.
the issue I'm having. Like you signed up.
Right. She
So
matured.
let's see what you got in the audience. Let's get the
Anybody
audience
want to
opinion.
weigh in on this? Like, what do you
Yeah.
all think?
What you think?
So obviously she grew out of that.
Right.
Right.
So she did that when she was younger, but now she's more mature now. And then her walk with God is even greater. So prayerfully, they will pray together and get on the same page.
That's what
So
I
real
think.
quick, I gotta ask you this: what do you think the solution would be to this couple? Because she's obviously dead set against it now. He's already comfortable in the situation now.
Yeah.
So how do they come to a medium in this? Because she's against it, but he feels set up, basically.
A medium?
Yeah, where's the
Where's
medium?
the middle ground?
You have a-
Maybe
you
y'all
have
can fantasize
yeah,
about
what-
it or watch it
yeah,
on TV together.
Wait,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead.
What do you
So-
think?
So first of all, with marriage, there's compromise.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, like I said before, she has grew out of this. So she has matured now. Her walk with God is greater. And so she's already put God in this. So I'm thinking, or I'm praying for both of them that they should pray together as, as a couple and go from there.
I agree.
Otherwise, it's going to be real.
It's gonna get tricky, right? So that's why I asked. So I believe in what good answer, and I believe what you said is true.
Either one
I
of
think
you
that
wanna
I
chime
think
in?
that if the two people are growing in the same levels or the same direction, then he would diminish his want for that as well. Like he would feel like, yeah, I'm with you on that, baby, because yeah, we've been reading and blah 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 blah. But if not, then they're kind of growing apart in some areas, and that's what I see. What you think, brother?
Hey, listen, you got to be in tune to what you understand. So therefore, I just believe that, everything can be worked out. You just have to, not make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
It's no
So
reason.
how does he double back now and get the results he needs, because he can't get it from her? He don't want to go outside of her, but he still feels the need because he didn't grow spiritually as she did, right? Apparently, obviously. So something's not balancing out, right? That's the part I'm trying to get to. Like it's some unbalanced situation somewhere because he's still in it. And she's grown on, which means she's been off to the side reading and studying and going do her thing. But he's still locked in. So I think they're starting to grow apart a little bit. He has to find a way to be over that, or either he's going to cheat.
Yeah, I mean,
He gonna go cheating.
Be over it. Like I just want people to, and maybe this is just my little good girl coming out, and just when you're married, what's wrong with finding everything in that person? Like, what does the extra person provide you that you're not going to be able to get from your wife?
It's a lifestyle for some people, and I just believe this. If you're with someone, don't just go along to get along. If you're really not with what they're saying to be, don't be that, because it's false pretense. See, they're gonna expect that from you down the road because you said yeah to this. So if you like really nah, but you doing yeah, don't do that, because it's sending mixed signals. And so then this person is expecting something out of you, and now you switching up in the middle of the stream because they got married to you based on these pretenses that y'all set up, thinking that it's gonna be some swinging and popping. Like in his mind, it's gonna be some threesomes and it's gonna go down.
Yeah, it was
and so
like that, but I changed
now
my mind.
all of a sudden you didn't change your mind.
Yes.
And so I get it, you can grow,
Right.
but he still is stuck there. So you will lose him in the turn because he's ultimately gonna want to feed that itch or scratch that itch.
And
so
I
to
hope
speak.
not. Like I say, my advice to you, sir, is don't scratch the itch. If it itches, it's because, yes, you have been with this, y'all have been doing it for so long, and I get it. But try to get on the same page as her now and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you just said in your letter, she's an amazing woman who would do anything for you. And you said the sex with your wife is great. So try to find things like with Stan. Like I want to choke him, spank him and stuff. I'll add extra stuff. He don't let me, but I want to, like, so he doesn't have to think about, an extra person. Like, let me just be that I want to do these things, and I haven't been as successful yet. But I did try to choke him at one time.
This is not personal. Just keep going. No.
I was just saying.
That's not on the paper.
No, but
none of this is on it.
But it's part of it. I'm just sharing as a wife. I'm trying to add these
Don't
extra
add
components.
nothing. Don't add. Okay, so you know. So So what if I wanted this? We're gonna have a threesome once in a while to add the spice, Terry.
No,
to
I
add
don't
the
want an
spice, like
extra
the people say.
person, but what I'm willing to do is whatever you thought that extra person was going to add to us, tell me what that is, and I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just try to do it.
They ain't the same thing.
Like I said, whatever that is.
They ain't the same, is it?
I even remember I told
That's
you.
that's not gonna work the same way though. For some reason, I just can't see
You
that
got
in
to
my head.
change your mental, man, guy, whatever. Change your,
Got what?
yeah.
Wait.
Change your mental and get on the same page because the sex can be more beautiful just with
It really
you and your
can.
wife than the extra
but
person.
that's if we
you change
start
your
off
mind.
role playing. If we started off that way, don't invite the girl to the house and then kick her back out.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
well, you can grow. That's what I'm saying. That's growth. That's what she used to do. She used to be about that life, and now she's not.
So
because she just
so
wants
ask
be
her to
on
wean
one.
you off of it. Like ask her to wean
ain't
you
no
off.
weaning. Well,
Like don't
weaning-
just cut them right off. Like make it go to the end of the year, something like that. Like
No.
don't just be like chop. Like
No, it's gonna be
gonna get
worse.
worse.
So pull the plug.
Pull the plug.
Get on the page with your wife.
I tried to help you,
Let
bro.
her choke you, spank you sometimes, like I'm gonna do with Stan.
You gotta let her know. Look, babe, you signed up for this now. Look, damn it. Look, this is what we've been doing.
Remember that night,
we can't.
remember?
Huh? Don't do that. You make me nervous. Don't put your hand around my throat. So yeah, you gotta let her know, bro. Wean me off then, cause you shouldn't have started this now. So you gotta let me down easy, like the record, like the Ohio player. Somebody said, let me down easy. Don't just whoop drop me off, cause then that causes withdrawals.
Well, the withdrawal.
You can't even do that if you smoke weed. You gotta
like I say,
wean yourself.
You're gonna have to.
You know what I'm saying? You don't just stop smoking that day. You trickle down. It's a
Right,
trickle
so
down.
we're gonna allow them to watch some porn or something together and fulfill that void. It's got to be just the two of them, though.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
got to
told
make a
you,
compromise.
We can.
You got to
do some-
still keep
right,
that same freak level, just independently instead
right,
of
just
adding
with the same
girl.
Just with the same only person.
Same.
Like remember we was on here and I talked about the toe. You could put your toe in it, your big toe.
Don't go there. Go. Yeah, we'll be right back at this commercial break.